Hi there! So in this video, I will share with you how I addressed 3 of the most common challenges when making a double loop wire notebook, journal, or planners. So the first issue is aligning the punch holes in our notebook, making sure na even ang margins at the top and at the bottom of the sidebound notebook, and even din ng margins ng left and right side ng top-bound notebook. The second challenge is determining the correct wire size given the thickness of our binding material. And the third challenge would be determining the binding thickness that would fit our wire, especially if we only have limited sizes available. I hope that by the end of this video, you are able to learn something from the way I make my notebooks. In this video, I will be using a wire bind W-20A 3:1 pitch wire binding machine. So this machine can punch up to A4 size, and it has 34 fully disengageable pins, so you can disengage the parts of the material that you don't want to punch. I purchased my machine from PF Crafts and I got this at pre-order price. So meron akong na-save and I used those savings para bilhin yung ibang materials na kailangan ko. The first challenge is aligning the punch holes in our material. When you get your machine, you will notice that there is a printed punch hole guide at the base of your machine, and underneath this sticker, meron din siyang mga lines for the alignment of the A5, the letter, and the A4 size. However, hindi ko kasi makuha yung proper alignment. So, pag nag-punch ako, hindi pumapantay yung holes ko dito sa guide na to. So, what I did is I made my own punch hole guide. So, hinanap ko yung proper alignment ng A4 size on my machine. And then, finix ko na yung side margin control dun sa left side. This way, magpalit-palit man ako ng paper size na ipapunch. If I go back to punching an A4 sized paper, hindi ko na ito i-adjust. Kasi gumawa ako ng separate guide para dun sa mga ibang paper sizes. To make sure that I got the proper alignment, I will make a test punch using an A4 sized paper. I normally use yung scrap materials ko, pero this time kasi naubos yung A4 ko na scrap, so I'm using a clean sized na paper. So, after making sure na evenly placed yung paper ko on my machine, I did a test punch. So, pinol down ko lang yung handle. And then, inalign ko lang yung corners ng paper ko. So, if you would see, aligned yung corners niya and aligned din yung squares niya. Yung mga punch holes. So, ibig sabihin, na-center natin yung punch hole sa A4 size paper. For the other sizes of papers, I use my loose punch hole guide. So this is made of pasteboard number 30. This is a scrap from a previous project. So I just made sure na straight itong side na to, and then yung top, kasi ito yung ibabangga ko dun sa loob ng machine. And the side yung ibabangga ko dito sa side margin control. I don't need a straight side dito sa dulo. If you would see, medyo slanted yung pagkakakat sa kanya. Kasi hindi ko naman gagamitin tong side na to. So, I punched my pasteboard. So, this is A4 size. So, naka-loose siya para pag ginamit ko to, pwede akong nakaupo, pwede akong nakatayo. Hindi ako kailangang sumubsob dun sa machine ko para i-align yung paper ko. And then, I have two sticker papers. So, pinunch ko rin siya and then trinim ko. So, make sure na consistent yung height niya and straight yung cut nyo. So, again, hindi ko na ginamit yung pre-printed na guide dito sa machine. So, dyan ko pinatong to make sure na even yung sticker paper ko. And then, I used the groove, yung edge nung groove dito sa baba para i-align naman yung sticker paper ko na isa. And then, I made sure na consistent yung side margin dito so that when I punched an A4, so pag binaba ko yung material ko, so naka-align yung mga holes niya. So here you would see naka-align yung hole niya dito. Tapos align din to sa A4. Ito kasi, like I said earlier, parang hindi pantay. Kasi if you would see, nakikita ko yung lines dito sa right, yung sa left hindi. So parang yung square niya is hindi talaga naka-center. Different clients have different preferences on the size of their notebooks, journals, or planners. So, yung iba gusto nila ng A4 size para malaki yung writing space nila. Yung iba naman is gusto nila nung standard na A5 size, which is half the A4 size. So, you have 148 millimeters on the short side and 210 millimeters on the long side. Ako, I personally prefer yung half ng long size paper para wider yung writing space ko, pero it's not as big as the A4 size. So, for this one, you have 6.5 by 8.5 inches. And then, I also have the PF Crafts na 120 GSM paper. So, ito naman, smaller, a little bit smaller than the A5 size. So, meron kang 145 millimeters on the short side and 200 millimeters on the long side. And then, some of my friends prefer something smaller. So, ang ginagamit ko sa kanila is 1/4 ng long size paper, which is 4.25 by 6.5 inches. So, different sizes of papers mean different din yung number of holes nila. Actually, even if you use the same paper, magiging iba ang number of holes mo if you're going to do a top bound versus the side bound. So, first, determine kung anong side ba kayo magpapunch. So, this, for example, is a PF Crafts na 145 by 200 millimeters. This is pre-cut na. What I do is I first determine kung saang side ako magpapunch. So, if I'm going to do a side-bound notebook, so dun ako sa long side, which is the 200 millimeter side. Okay, so if I do the side margin control lang, hindi ako mag-a-adjust, you will see na dito, ito yung margin niya on the left side. And then, on the right side, medyo maliit lang yung margin niya from the last hole. Okay? So, parang hindi siya pantay. So, what I do is, I slide my paper until I find the correct alignment. So, ina-eyeball ko muna. So, mukhang dito yung gitna niya. So, this one will be too close dun sa first hole. Let me just... So, magiging too close siya dun sa first hole and also too close on the last hole. So, pag naglipat-lipat ng page si client, may tendency na mapunit yung paper. So, what I would do is I will disengage those pins para hindi ma-punch yung paper na yon. Okay, so with this loose punch hole guide, ibababa ko lang siya dun sa aking machine. And then, ipapantay ko lang siya dun sa pegs. Actually, I can do it with just the paper. Kaya lang, magiging flimsy kasi. With this loose punch hole guide, medyo firm yung paper. And then, pag inalign ko na siya, so, I know that I need to disengage the first pin. So, make sure it's fully disengaged para hindi talaga siya ma-punch. And then, I will also disengage, I will also disengage the last pin, which is this one. So for this size of notebook, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 holes. Okay. So ayan. And then, dahil nakita ko na yung alignment, alam ko na close to the edge siya. So ibababa ko na siya. So dito ko gagamitin yung sticker paper ko na guide. So again, i-eyeball ko lang yung paper. Let me go down a bit. So ayan. So ina-eyeball ko lang siya, but again, if you want to be more precise, use a ruler. So kung feeling ko tama na siya, I have another piece of cardboard. Ito naman naka 90 degrees na siya dito. So straight cut to, kasi ito yung ibabangga ko sa loob para hindi nagmo-move yung pasteboard, and then straight din tong side na to kasi dito ko ibabangga yung edge ng paper. So this will serve as my paper guide, hindi itong side margin control. Okay, kasi again fixed na to so hindi ko na siya gagalawin. So ang gagalawin ko is on this side. So make sure na flat yung surface nyo kasi pag may parang naka-angle yung dito, pumapasok yung papel dyan So if you do a few sizes of papers, yung nasa pinakailalim pumapasok sa loob. So make sure na naka-flat din to. So like I said, ibabangga ko lang siya. So ipapasok ko yung guide ko sa pinakadulo ng machine, and then i-slide ko siya towards the edge of the paper, dun sa right side. Make sure na hindi nagmo-move yung paper nyo, and make sure na hindi siya nagfo-fold or hindi nagiging wavy yung paper. Kasi ibig sabihin, gumalaw na siya. So, dapat flat yung paper nyo all throughout. And then, nakabangga itong pasteboard dun sa side ng margin nyo, side ng paper, from top to bottom. Okay? So, para malaman ko kung align ba siya ng maayos, so that's when I remove my paper and then I use my top and bottom na sticker paper. So, tinitingnan ko kung align ba yung papel or yung guide dun sa punch hole guide ko. Itong chipboard versus the punch hole guide. And then, I put my paper back to make sure na even yung margins ko sa left and right. And then, when I find the right place to put my paper guide, so i-disengage ko ngayon yung mga pins na tatama dun sa chipboard ko para hindi siya ma-punch. So, ayan. So, pwede ko naman i-disengage lahat. Para sure. And then, I place something heavy on top. So, I have here a tin can na may mga marbles sa loob. And then, I add a paperweight. Para medyo mabigat siya. So, ito, hindi na siya basta-basta gagalaw. Not unless you move it with force talaga. And then, I do my test punch. So, make sure na this is low enough para pag binaba niyo yung handle, hindi siya tatama. So, let me just adjust. And then, pull the handle down. And then, you measure. So, for this one, ibabangga mo lang yung left and right. So, if you would see, focus natin. So, pantay siya. So, on the first try, pumantay siya. So, if this one naman is an A5 size na notebook, so again, magiging malaki yung left side margin niya kung hindi ako mag-a-adjust, and then yung right side margin niya would be smaller. or narrower. Okay, so hahanapin ko ulit kung ano yung proper alignment niya. So again, meron akong a little space before the first punch, and then a little space after the last hole. So close pa rin siya dun sa edge, so I will still disengage yung first and last na pins. Okay, so going back, so alisin natin yung weights. So going back, ito naman is an A5, naka-disengage na. Naka-disengage na yung first pin ko, pero yung last pin ko, naka-disengage ito. So ibabalik ko lang siya, I will push it forward. So dun sa PF Crafts na paper na 200 mm, 22 holes siya. Dito naman sa 210 mm na A5 na sidebound, 23 holes siya. So same logic. Slide natin a little ito kasi gagamitin natin. And then find the proper alignment. So eyeball lang. Again, if you want to be precise, use a ruler. And then slide. Okay. So push it all the way in sa machine and ibangga nyo lang dito sa papel on the right side. And then check kung aligned siya, and then check the left and right margin. So for this one, paperweight on top, and then slide it all the way in, and then do your test punch. So ito naman, pag nag-test punch tayo, so kapag inalign natin yung corner and yung sides, so ayan, pinangga ko lang yung corners. So kung makikita nyo, pantay pa rin siya. Ayan. So, sakto siya. So, meaning, less na yung chances na makasayang tayo ng maraming papers by doing the trial and error. So, yan yung pag-align ko ng paper sa binding machine. This is the double loop wire binding guide specifically for the 3:1 pitch binding machine or for the use of the 3:1 pitch wire sizes. This is an original design that I made in collaboration with Stitches and Clays kasi I couldn't find any design from the internet, at least as far as I've researched, na makakatulong sa akin na mapadali yung journey ko sa paggawa ng double loop wire na notebooks, journals, and planners. So each set comes with a binding thickness guide and a wire size guide. For our binding thickness guide, we have one for 3:1 pitch, which covers the wire sizes 6.4 mm or 1/4 inch up to 14.3 millimeters or 9/16 inch. And then for the 2:1 binding thickness, we have the wire sizes 16 millimeters or 5/8 inch up to 31.8 millimeters or 1 1/4 inches. So yung side ng wire size is flat or straight. Ang nagva-vary is the sizes of the openings. So this corresponds to the binding thickness, yung size ng binding thickness. So the measurements on top is the recommended na maximum binding thickness for your wire size. And then, based naman dito sa binding thickness, ang nasa baba is the recommended minimum na wire size for your binding thickness. So using the guide is pretty straightforward. first, you prepare all your materials. So, tapusin nyo muna yung pag-print ng mga inserts nyo. You prepare your covers, kung anong covers ang gagamitin nyo. And, include the dividers. Okay? So, gather all your materials, everything that you need to include in your binding, and then simply slide the materials. So, this one is 1 mm chipboard with photo sticker paper and photo top, and I think 80 GSM paper yung ginamit ko dito. So, ayan. So, slide it and it will stop at the appropriate wire size that is recommended for that binding thickness. So, for this particular example, the recommended wire size is 14.3 millimeters, or 9/16 inch. So, if you would look at the top, may konting space pa siya. So, hindi masikip yung magiging pag-bind nyo dun sa material. Okay? So, you cannot use any wire size to the left kasi magiging makapal siya for that wire size. But, you can choose the wire sizes na mas malaki sa kanya. Okay? If you prefer yung mas malaki yung space pag-turn ng client dun sa pages. Okay? And then, another example. So, this one naman, I have this made a year ago for my daughter. Fold coat naman siya with photo paper and glitter na photo top. So, dito, I can slide it all the way to the 3/8 inch mark na wire size. Kaya lang, if you would notice, wala nang space. So, masyadong masikip. So, what I will do is, I will use the next wire size. So, 7/16 inch. And I still have a considerably big space. So, pwede ako mag-change ng cover or magdagdag ng inserts or magdagdag ng dividers. So, yung isang use nung binding thickness guide is, for example, I have a limited wire size available. So, ang wire size ko lang is 1/2 inch ng 3:1 pitch. Pero gusto ni client is hardbound yung notebook niya. So, what I would do is, I would gather my materials, yung mga inserts, printed na if needed. Notice na hindi siya pumapasok. So, itong thickness na to is for a 2:1 na pitch or 2:1 na wire. So, ayan, hindi rin siya pasok dun sa 5/8 inch, pasok siya dun sa 3/4 inch with space pa na available. Okay, so again, my only available wire is 1/2 inch. So, what I will do is, I will remove some papers. Kung gusto ng client na hardbound talaga, so I cannot change the cover, so I will adjust the number of sheets within my material. So, ito, pasok na siya sa 3:1 pitch, but still, it's on the 14.3 millimeter or 9/16 inch. And what I have is the 1/2 inch. So, mag-a-adjust ulit ako. Magtatanggal ako ng a few more sheets of paper. And then, I will use the guide again to see kung mag-fit na siya. So, ayan. Madali na siyang mag-insert, meaning, hindi siya ganun kasikip. Okay? So, pasok na siya dun sa 1/2 inch. So, dito ko na siya bibilangin at sasabihin ko kay client na ganitong number of sheets lang ang kasya dun sa hardbound na notebook na gusto niya. So, this is our wire size guide. So, we have the wire sizes available, same as the ones displayed on the binding thickness guide. So, we have one for 3:1 pitch and another for 2:1 pitch. So, yung wire sizes kasi, they are measured by the diameter or by the size of the opening. So, I have here a sample of a 3:1 pitch na wire and another for the 2:1 pitch. So, I get my wires from PF Crafts. So, to measure, kailangan mo ng ruler with 16 lines in an inch. Kasi for the wire sizes ng 3:1, meron silang mga over 16 inch na na wire sizes. So, ayan. So, to measure, you align your ruler. So, yung mga lines mo should align with the edge of this flat side, the one that you cut, and the edge of the hook, kung saan natin pinapasok yung papel. So, this one is 5/16 inch, or if we're using a millimeter, if we're measuring in millimeters, it's 8 millimeters. Okay? For the 2:1 pitch, our sample is 1 inch. So, pag marami kang mini-measure na wire, so ruler ka ng ruler, align ka ng align, ang risk doon is kung hindi properly aligned yung lines ng ruler mo dun sa edges ng wire, iba yung magiging alam mong size ng wire versus the actual size ng wire na mineasure mo. So, to make things easier and more accurate, we designed this wire size guide. So, you have a flat side or straight side on top, and ang nagva-vary is the height of your wire sizes. Okay? So, yung idea is you will lay this flat on a surface, and then yung opening mo is nasa baba, so magi-slide ka lang, and then it will stop at the appropriate wire size. So for this one, it stopped at 5/16 or 7.9 millimeters. Okay? So notice, we have a 1 inch width kasi from here to here. So, makikita nyo, 3 yung wires na pasok sa kanya. So, similarly, for the 2:1 guide, so, slide nyo lang din. So, hook on top, flat side on at the bottom, magi-stop siya dun sa proper wire size. So, this one is 1 inch, and you have 2 wires na nasa loob ng 1 inch na width natin. So, mas madali na ma-determine yung mga wire sizes, lalo na kung pare-pareho ng color and magkakasunod yung sizes, so maliliit lang ang difference niya. So, slide lang kayo ng slide. So, again, this is our double loop wire binding guide from Stitches and Clays. We have one for 3:1 pitch and 2:1 pitch na binding guide. I hope you were able to learn something from this video. Please do like and subscribe, and if you want to leave comments, please feel free to do so, but remember to be kind and respectful. Thank you and happy crafting!